Thank you very much, Gurmeet, for joining in. Thoughts on Motherson Sumi? The stock is down 7.5%. Promoters selling stake. Where does the stock head from here? Because there's already that overhang about things slowing down in Europe.
Rima, sorry, I didn't get the stock.
Motherson, Samvardhan
Yeah,
Motherson.
yeah. It's been a bit of a underperformer in this auto cycle, and any news related to this in an environment like this obviously isn't great, but could be a short-term event in my view. I think what we are looking at it is a good mobility upcycle. Especially if you look at the vendors they serve domestic and globally. I think the demand outlook is strong. What we like more in this space, which I have discussed multiple times, remains Uno Minda. In fact, there's a healthy correction there as well, almost 5-7% gone in last 2 days. Great, very agnostic portfolio when it comes to both ICE and EV. They are doing very well in their bread and butter business, which is switches, horns, and lightings, and they are then getting into the premiumization with alloy wheels, car seats. Next year onwards, you will have possibly 6 airbags in the small car, where they have again 15% market share, and they also have an EV ready portfolio. Already their top line is now hovering around 27-2800 crores a quarter, which probably will mean 11-12,000 crores of top line this year, and at 12% operating margin, I think the EBITDA should be 3-4 times in next 18 months. So that looks to me a better play, both in terms of kit value and content per car, as well as being EV ready.
Okay, all right, Gurmeet. Stay on. Tomorrow we'll be having Piramal Pharma. Piramal Enterprises had gone.
Yeah. First glimpse, Nigel, remains a portfolio stock for us. I think the cable and wire business, they continue to consolidate their leadership position, almost 23% market share. And I think that's linked to how the overall home improvement theme. FM, fast moving, electrical goods is what their focus has been in the last 4 or 5 years. So while the top line has been growing very steady, it's been a little soft quarter. But if you see the product mix now, they are now, because it's a diverse product mix. A ceiling fan would have different margin, switches would have different margin, and appliances would have different margins. So I think that portfolio is taking shape. But if you see, it's been a 30-35% growth, and currently it's only 10-15% of the revenue mix, but continues to improve. Also, I think the from a B2C focus, adding more distribution SKUs, they're actually a little bit going the Havells way in terms of deviating only from just B2B business focus business to B2C, generates great cash flows, very, very good balance sheet and financials. And they have a clear strategy, Nigel, FY26, that's 20,000 crores of top line, which typically means you're talking of 15-18% top line growth for next 4 years. And with return ratios like this, I think remains a very, very good long-term pick.
Gurmeet, the Piramal listing, I don't know, the pharma business listing, I don't know if you have any thoughts on what would you want to do with it. That and a comment on Tata Elxsi, if you will. It's down another 7% today. Briefly, go on.
Sure. So Piramal, I think, is one of the better pharma bets, as even Ekta pointed out. I think they have a great compliance track record, and sometimes we forget that with now restriction easing, reopening happening, even the inspections will go up. If you see last 10 years, they've had like almost 34, 35 successful US FDA inspections, and they are completely across the value chain, from providing services from early stage drug discovery to pharma, biotech, etc., to forward integration in both in terms of APIs and formulations. It's across the value chain of a drug, and run pretty well. And since 1st September, I think both the businesses, which is the financial services with DHFL integration and pharma, should do well. So I'm looking at this closely, and we'll see how would want to see more quarterly updates. While Mr. Pramit did speak about 15% kind of a growth across verticals within sub verticals in pharma. So we'll see how it goes once we see a breakup of the numbers, and more disclosures coming in. Tata Elxsi, in my view, I think we forget that it also went up 5 times in last 12 months. It's that kind of a pick which will always be high beta. And after this correction, even today, still is 55 times.
Interesting new businesses getting listed separately, Piramal and Aarti. Put up BHEL if we can. Nimish had highlighted this sort of note from DAM Capital. I think they were saying that BHEL from a week ago was a doubler. I think that was the note. Strong gains. Any interest at all, Gurmeet? BHEL? Any thoughts?
Not really, Prashant. You can, when you run a portfolio services, probably less is more.
Yeah.
So there are other names, they're not clearly infra or defense related as such, but there are other names which we track both in the EPC, defense as well as the infra space.